Good evening, thanks for joining us. One person was taken to hospital as precaution after a minor fire at the Sports Dome earlier today. A soccer ball was kicked and managed to get lodged into a light panel where it then lit on fire. A volunteer immediately grabbed a fire extinguisher and was boosted by another volunteer, where he was able to put out the flames. The second volunteer was taken to hospital as precaution for smoke inhalation. The building had to be evacuated and was reopened approximately an hour later after fire crews ensured adequate ventilation had taken place. Well, the city's manager of tourism may have shot down the idea of hosting Terry Fox memorabilia here, but Councillor Ken Boshkoff isn't giving up. He will bring the issue to City Hall tomorrow night for Council to debate. As we've been reporting, the Fox family are looking for a place for more than 150,000 items they've collected. The memorabilia is currently sitting in a vault and much of it has never been seen before. Boshkoff believes the Terry Fox Lookout is a perfect spot for what he calls priceless artifacts. But tourism manager Paul Pepe feels there isn't room to expand the building to host the collection. Boshkoff would like to see administration fast-track the issue and reach out to the Fox Foundation. He believes the city needs to explore the opportunity to its full potential. Tomorrow will be the first of 3 council meetings this week. Budget deliberations get underway on Tuesday. It's officially February, and that marks the start of Black History Month. To celebrate the 28 days of remembrance, the Caribbean and African Multicultural Association of Thunder Bay hosted their 3rd annual Black History Month dinner and awards gala. Mike Albanese attended and has this report.
CAMAD is a non-profit organization based in Thunder Bay comprised of community members and average business people. On Saturday, they hosted the 3rd annual Black History Month dinner and awards gala to kick off Black History Month, and the sold-out event brought 300-plus people of every descent.
A beautiful cultural mosaic. We have our Anishinaabe brothers and sisters. We have people of Ukrainian descent. We have our East Indians. We have our West Indians. Then we have my African brethren and my Caribbean brethren who come together, not just in an event like this, because it's a microcosm of the community out there. And it sheds, it shows that the community of Thunder Bay is willing, ready, and able to embrace diversity with wide open arms.
That was Vice President of CAMAD Ade Sekudo, and the theme of the night fit his description perfectly. Umoja, a Swahili word meaning unity, was the theme that represented everyone who attended the evening, joining together to honor Black history.
Our storied, rich history dates back a few hundred years at the very least. This month in particular is our opportunity to shed a spotlight to those who might not know exactly what we've done and the struggle and the progress that we've made to get to where we are today.
The event wasn't all recognition for past icons, though, as awards were handed out to young professionals and notable community members. There was also events to keep the night loose, like a fashion show and an array of entertainment. As the president of CAMAT, Diana Atkinson, puts it, the night is just the beginning for Black History Month.
There's a variety of programs that are happening in the month of February. There's 2 programs at Lakehead University, and you can just go on Lakehead International's office and you'll be able to see that, as well as 2 library programs that we have for our youth. So that'll be exciting actually too.
The event had everyone engaged and learning and paid a special tribute to the late Nelson Mandela. Mike Albanese, TBT News.
A new formula for communities policed by the OPP is a blessing for some towns and downright scary for others. Some municipalities in the Northwest, such as Marathon, are anticipating a decrease in the amount they pay, but others like Greenstone are staring down a 50% increase in their policing costs. Dennis Ward has more.
The Ontario Provincial Police are proposing a new billing model for charging municipalities for policing services. These changes are set to take effect January 1st, 2015. The new formula includes a flat rate per household, plus another fee for each call. Regional politicians have a mixed reaction to the new model. In Greenstone, costs are expected to increase by 52%. Mayor Ron Beaulieu calls that drastic and unrealistic for taxpayers.
We could be looking at paying up to close to $600 per household for policing costs, and there is no way this can happen. So we're definitely trying to go and be heard about it, and hopefully that, I know others will be involved in the same process as we are.
Policing makes up a huge chunk of the operating budget in the town of Marathon, roughly 25%. Mayor Rick Dumas believes the new OPP formula means good things for the town and taxpayers.
We're paying about $735 per household. We're hoping that with the base rate formula and the calls for service combined, we should see a reduction in marathon for 2015 and going forward, down to about $450 per household. So it'll be a great savings to the municipality.
In Nipigon, each household currently pays about $500 for policing, but they can anticipate a slight decrease. Mayor Richard Harvey says the current system isn't very fair and makes little sense. He sympathizes with municipalities that will see a big jump, but he feels the new formula spreads costs evenly across the board.
We're going to see slight decrease, but one of the most frustrating parts is that in the past, with the way the policing formula worked, we had no idea how it was actually being determined. Now, what we're being assured, and we're waiting to see the details, is that we're going to actually know what's happening, and we'll be able to understand and clearly understand what our policing costs are.
Mayor Beaulieu says Greenstone will join the fight with many other municipalities who are seeing double-digit increases. He intends to raise the issue with cabinet ministers at the upcoming Good Roads Conference. Dennis Ward, TBT News.
You don't see many people out running this time of year, but for Brent Hawley, it's the best place to train for his upcoming adventure. The radio show host with 103.5 The Thunder will be taking part in the coldest marathon in the world, which starts on March 9th in the Antarctica. Phil Darlington has more.
According to the British Antarctic Survey, the average temperature is between -10 and -30, so it's pretty much the same as the recent cold snap in Thunder Bay. The climate here is exactly what Brent Hawley needs to train before he takes on the coldest marathon in the world.
Usually train like at least 3 to 4 times a week I run, so I've already done several other marathons, so I have an idea of what I'm trying to do. I don't imagine it's going to be like other marathons. I'm not a really good runner. I'm a terrible runner actually, but it seemed like fun at the time. It was the summer when I kind of signed up to do this marathon, so.
Hawley ran his first fundraising marathon in Hawaii and since then has taken on marathons in other parts of the world. Initially, he was supposed to run the coldest marathon in 2018, but was shortlisted and instead will be headed for the Antarctic at the end of February. He was approached by the Canadian Diabetes Association and asked if he would run for Team Diabetes.
I've lost some family members to diabetes. My father has type 2 diabetes, and I just thought, you know what, if there's an opportunity to kind of do something for the community and for diabetes research, I think this is a great opportunity to do so.
The journey will take him to Buenos Aires, then to Terra del Fuego, the southernmost city, and then from there, he'll take a ship to Antarctica. Hawley says while he's there, he also plans to go on a few day trips, including sea kayaking with killer whales. Phil Darlington, TBT News.
The 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi, Russia begins in less than a week, but there are still concerns about safety issues. TB News Watch talked to Thunder Bay residents to see how they feel about the safety of our athletes.
I think the Sochi Olympics are going to be the best policed Olympics ever. I think the Russians have their own internal problems and they're making sure that there won't be any.
I think so, yes, just because they're Canadians. Just a lot of things that are going on in the world nowadays. I really do feel that they're a threat over in Sochi.
No, not the athletes. I really don't think anything's going to happen.
I feel like we're just going to be more aware and we're going to be a little more cautious going into it. And I know that Sochi's probably going to have some pretty strict, tight guidelines of what's going to go on down there.
I don't think so, because safety precaution, it should be needed properly in any sports.
So yes, absolutely. I think it is a risky situation to have the Olympics in a country where homosexuality is outlawed and punishable by jail. I mean, there's going to be problems. Yes, absolutely.
Well, there was a pretty good chance that the February Freeze event would happen on a cold day here in the city. The 5th annual event saw kids get outside and enjoy some fun at the city's local rinks. Although there weren't as many kids as expected, those who did turn up didn't let the cold stop them from enjoying the activities. The event offered everything from a hockey game, chicken shootout, loony search, face painting, a bonfire, and a penny auction. The kids who took part didn't even realize it was that cold out.
Great day. You know, it's a little bit chilly, but we're still getting some kids out here, and they're toughing through it. And you know, it's great to see the kids come out and get away from their video games and that for an afternoon. So yeah, it's a good thing for sure. Are you having lots of fun today?
Yes.
And why is it so fun? Because you have lots of friends here?
Yes, because I have lots of friends.
Organizers say because the city offers a number of hockey tournaments throughout the year, this might be the last year this event runs.